Picture this. A person stands before a mirror. Their reflection mimics a frown, line by line. This person has dreams. These aspirations stretch far beyond the horizon, but certain words pull them down. Phrases like, "I can't," "I'm not good enough," and "why bother" weigh heavily on them. These sentences aren't spoken by a cruel friend. They originate from the individual's self-talk. Here's a final thought. What if that self-talk transformed? What if the phrases like, "I can't" and "I'm not good enough" evolved into a chorus of "I will" and "I am capable"? Think about the significant changes that could happen in this person's life. Keep this mental image as we delve into Shad Helmstetter's insights on the power of words. Welcome to the quintessential guide to transforming your inner dialogue, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself, by Shad Helmstetter, Ph.D. In this insightful book, Helmstetter unveils the secret weapon to success. It's the way we talk to ourselves. Whether you realize it or not, your self-talk can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Let's dive into the heart of changing the narrative. Our minds are filled with a constant stream of thoughts, a powerful inner monologue that narrates our experiences and perceptions. This inner voice shapes our reality in profound ways, influencing our self-esteem, our motivation, and ultimately our life's trajectory. Shad Helmstetter's groundbreaking realization is that for many, this internal dialogue tends to skew towards the negative. Our self-talk is often littered with self-doubt, criticism, and pessimism, a real dream slayer that can hold us back from achieving our full potential. The dilemma, then, is how we can transform this critical narrator into a source of strength rather than a saboteur. Helmstetter presents a compelling solution. We must become acutely aware of this internal chatter and actively work to change it. The transformation journey he maps out is deliberate and intentional. It starts with catching ourselves in the act of negative thinking. As we identify these thoughts, the next critical step is to challenge and refute them. Furthermore, Helmstetter doesn't stop at merely negating the negative. He suggests an active replacement strategy, swapping out the self-defeating thoughts with positive affirmations. By doing so, we can rewire our brain to focus on constructive, empowering beliefs that nurture self-confidence and resilience. This proactive approach to self-talk can have a powerful ripple effect, impacting our emotions and behaviors in a way that can change our lives dramatically for the better. The underlying message here is one of self-authorship. Shad Helmstetter empowers us with the notion that we are the authors of our own story, with the ability to control the pen that writes our life narrative. This presents us with a profound responsibility, but also an exciting opportunity to create a life that reflects our highest aspirations and ideals. The interactive moment requires your introspection. Take a moment to consider your recent self-talk. Reflect on the tone, the content, and the direction of your personal narrative. Have you been your own cheerleader, or have you been unwittingly sabotaging your efforts with doubt and negativity? Understanding that this narrative can be changed is the first step. The next step is taking action. Ask yourself, what messages do I want to reinforce in my own mind? How will these messages affect my feelings and actions? Start crafting a list of positive affirmations that resonate with your goals and aspirations. Make it a daily practice to consciously repeat these affirmations, embedding them into your psyche, transforming your self-talk from a source of limitations into a wellspring of empowerment. By engaging with this concept, you're not just passively absorbing information. You're beginning a conversation with yourself that has the power to change your life. It invites you to seize control of your internal dialogue and, as a result, shape a better, more fulfilling future. Our self-talk is more than a mere echo within our minds. It is akin to the soundtrack of our lives, a series of statements that define and drive us. Shad Helmstetter enlightens us on the concept that self-talk functions at various levels, and where we find ourselves within these strata has a potent influence on our overall well-being and the course our lives take. The difficulty lies in the fact that many of us are rooted in the lower, more destructive levels of self-talk. These layers are saturated with self-deprecation, doubt, and limiting beliefs that routinely sabotage our efforts to progress. The current we swim against is largely of our own making, and it's fed by the negativity in our words and thoughts. Helmstetter offers a ladder of sorts, a pathway to elevation where each rung represents a level of self-talk that we can aspire to. The climb requires a conscious and purposeful shift in how we communicate with ourselves, with the goal being to move from negative self-criticism to affirmative self-encouragement. The remarkable concept here is that altering one's self-talk is far more than just changing the words we whisper to ourselves. It has the power to transform the core of who we are. Through positively adjusting our self-dialogue, we don't just alter our perceptions. We undergo an ascension to the best version of ourselves. This profound change manifests as improved moods, a robust sense of self-worth, and a noticeable boost in our success and life satisfaction. Ultimately, a person is not what they think they are, but what they think they are. The message in this concept is expressed with crystal clarity. The level of self-talk you engage in becomes the cap on your potential. Therefore, consciously gauging where your self-talk currently resides is pivotal. It is an opportunity to uncover whether your inner dialogue is empowering you or hindering your progress. Consider for a moment your most repetitive thoughts. Are they chains or wings? Take this moment to reflect deeply. Identify the nature and the tone of the conversations you have been having with yourself. Then, make a deliberate decision to aim for the next level. Elevate your self-talk as if you were climbing a ladder, knowing that each rung brings you closer to higher self-esteem, greater accomplishments, and richer life experiences. Encourage interaction by asking yourself transformational questions, such as, what are the specific negative beliefs I often repeat to myself? How might these be creating barriers in my life? Conversely, what positive affirmations could replace these beliefs and propel me forward? Commit to climbing this ladder daily, embracing self-talk that acts as a propelling force, elevating you to new heights of personal achievement and satisfaction. By understanding and working on your self-talk levels, you're not merely changing your inner dialogue. You are reaching for a transformative shift in your entire being, a shift that starts from within and radiates outward, influencing every facet of your existence. In Shad Helmstetter's view, every one of us is an author, and our life is the book we write. This notion cements the belief that we hold power in scripting our reality through self-talk. But there's a critical dilemma. Many individuals have unknowingly scripted their lives with layers of negativity, doubt, and self-imposed limitations. This negative script leads to a narrative filled with disappointment, underachievement, and a story far from the one they wish to tell. How do we flip the script? Helmstetter proposes a purposeful and positive rewriting of our internal dialogue. This involves a conscious decision to script our self-talk, steering it in a way that aligns with our aspirations and desired outcomes. The essence of this rewriting is not merely wishful thinking or a psychological trick. Rather, it is rooted in neuroscientific principles. What we repeat to ourselves has the power to recondition our brain, physically altering the neural pathways that shape our thoughts and actions. To rewrite our script for the better, we need to start with precision and positivity. Rather than saying, I might, we say, I will. Such definitive and affirmative language reinforces our commitment and belief in our ability to achieve our goals. The power of this cognitive restructuring is evidenced in the tangible outcomes. As we reshape our internal narrative, we begin to observe palpable changes in the course of our lives. The takeaway from this concept is unequivocally hopeful. You have the capability to design and construct the life you envision, and it all initiates with the most intimate conversations you have, the ones with yourself. Every word and sentence you speak internally can be a building block in creating the future you seek. In the spirit of interactivity, engage with this empowering idea. What is one sentence you can construct today that would lay the cornerstone for the future you're dreaming of? Picture that sentence as the first line of a new chapter, one that heralds growth, confidence, and positive changes. Write it down, repeat it, believe it, and watch how such a simple act can be a declaration of your intentions and a catalyst for transformation. Today, challenge yourself to identify a negative aspect of your current self-talk script. Then, take a crucial step. Rewrite this negative statement into a positive affirmation that reflects your goals and aspirations. Remember, This isn't a one-time exercise, but a continual practice. By regularly updating your internal narrative, you essentially become an active editor of your storyline, one that advances towards a more favorable plot with each transformative thought. We discussed the weight of words in solitude. We discovered our self-talk scale and where we stand on it, and we learned how to script affirmations that drive us forward. Shad Helmstetter's concepts are influential. We learned about the transformative power of self-talk. We discussed the progression from negative to positive self-dialogue. Most importantly, we recognize that we are our mental narrative's architects. Utilize this newfound understanding of yourself. Start by changing one negative thought into a positive affirmation today. Ascend the self-talk ladder this week. Make a habit of speaking personal truths each morning. For a detailed plan, check out What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. Let's start the conversation with yourself that can change everything.